Oh, is this the keyword planner? Oh my God, is this what it looks like now?
Yeah. Then I have not played around in the new interface
Right.
at
So let's
all.
just go back to the old one, which is that spanner symbol up top right.
All right.
Spanner, yep. And then return to previous AdWords, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so then it's tools.
Oops. I'm just going to hit start over. That's from the last time I was
Okay,
playing
yeah,
around.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so search for new keywords using a phrase. That top bit, what do you think, what search term indicates that person is looking to buy what you're selling?
I'm going to think out loud as I brainstorm.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The first thing that jumps to my mind is healthy pre-workout or low caffeine pre-workout, but I'm
Okay.
also at the same time trying to think, is this enough to distinguish between people doing research and people actually with their wallet in hand?
Okay, so
Right.
healthy pre-workout and what was that? Low caffeine
Low caffeine.
pre-workout.
Um, Trying to think of something that hits on the no artificial sweeteners, but I mean that's encompassed in natural.
Natural. Okay.
There we go. Natural pre-workout.
So would people just call it pre-workout? They wouldn't call it pre-workout, I don't know, not supplement, but would they call it pre-workout supplement?
Both. So
So,
we could and correct me if that's wrong, but you could have one search that's just natural pre-workout and then one it's natural pre-workout supplement,
yeah.
right?
Okay. And with, yep, absolutely, you can do both. What was I going to say? So, just out of curiosity, what were you typing in before? What were you looking at? What kind of search terms?
Oh, like when I was doing the keyword planner
Yeah,
previously,
yeah.
I think I had in a few of the ones we just mentioned: healthy pre-workout, low caffeine, the natural. Um, I'm trying to think of ways they get at the dosing I use. So like I don't want to say like scientific pre-workout because no one's typing that in, but I'm trying to get along those lines,
Yeah.
right? Like scientific, properly dosed.
I think, tell you what, type into that box then. Just type in pre-workout on its own, comma, then healthy pre-workout, comma, low caffeine pre-workout, comma, Jesus, you type fast, natural pre-workout,
I had
comma,
a computer since I was 7, so it's just
good man. So pre-work and then pre-workout supplement, which isn't quite right, but I'm just interested in how many people. And then hold on, people wouldn't just type in pre-workout, would they? What would that mean?
oh yeah, it's a slang term within
All right. Oh, okay. We've already got that.
so like if you just say like, oh, like what's your pre-workout, like people generally that are into lifting know what you're talking about.
Gotcha. All right. And just
And
click on.
if I Google distinguishes between whether or not there's the dash, right? Like that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter in this
So okay,
first
cool,
part. Yeah.
cool.
Actually, it doesn't matter even when you bid on it. They'll
Okay,
match the
okay.
price. Yeah. So just click on Get Ideas. Get Ideas again. It does this sometimes.
Yeah.
It's free, isn't it? There's probably millions of people hitting it. Oh, interesting. I forget. I get like numbers. You get a range. For some reason, I get numbers still. Don't know why it is, but
I've always gotten a range.
right. Pre-workout. All right. Competition's high, it's saying, for all of them, but the suggested bid isn't ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
The suggested bid is you take it with a pinch of salt anyway. And even if you bid 175, doesn't mean you pay 175 is your cost per click. So you can bid whatever you want. You can bid 50 cents. You can bid 10 cents. You're not going to show it all, but you can bid 50 cents and still start
So
showing.
the suggested bid isn't necessarily what you're going to pay.
Oh, goodness. No, first off, a bid is not what you're going to pay. You could bid $2 and pay 50 cents when somebody clicks.
Okay. Time out.
Yeah, your bid is different. Yeah. Yeah. So your bid is not your CPC.
This is AdWords 101. Just warning.
Yeah. See, no, it's good. I wouldn't have thought. See, I would have just like glossed over that, but it's good that you ask. So, suggested bid of 175. It's like the second one, pre-workout supplements. Even if you were to, what they're saying there, you need to bid 175. Actually, hover over the little question mark next to the suggested bid. A suggested bid is calculated.
Okay, it says it right there. Your actual CPC may vary.
Yeah. They're saying if you want to like appear and get any volume, I presume, get any volume, then you're going to need to bid that amount.
Do you notice there's a difference with the space right there? It's not a big difference, but it is looking like a different keyword.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That I would have thought they would have grouped it, but best pre-workout. What's BCAA?
Branched chain amino acid. That is a different supplement, somewhat related, because some companies put it in.
Right.
There are amino acids that some companies put in their pre-workout that, I don't. But
yeah. Wow, but look. Oh no, 100 to 1K of low caffeine pre-workout. Now, see up at the top, the ones that you typed in. Low caffeine pre-workout. Those numbers are for the exact match.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody put in best low caffeine pre-workout, that's not part of that 100 to 1K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if in the keyword options on the left, I'll often try this. You click on that, and the first one that says off, click on the off to turn it on. It really annoys me that. Click off to turn it on, and then click save. That just makes all the suggestions below match better to what you typed in. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't that helpful, was it? On pre-workout.
That's a ON is Optimum Nutrition. That's another brand.
Oh, right.
Abbreviated as ON.
Okay. Best pre-workout ever. Okay, right. Turn that thing back off. Right. Save. And sort. Okay, there's something at the top. At the minute, we're on the tab Keyword Ideas. Click on Add Group Ideas. It's not great, but Google tries to group search terms together. So that top one, workout drink, is all the stuff, all those keywords in there are going to have workout and drink in them. Yeah.
Okay, so it lists everything.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not how you'd want to do it, but it's not a bad start. So then you've got best with supplement. If we scroll down, is there any that has low caffeine, workout caffeine?
There's natural.
There's natural.
Workout.
Okay.
Pre-workout without caffeine.
Well, but yeah.
Okay.
Natural. So what have we got for natural? What were those? All natural pre-workout. Best natural workouts. Right. So those are all. Actually, if you click on that natural workout itself, it'll show you just those search terms and show you the volumes for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this is what I mean by you look at the keyword planner and you go, right, I want people who type natural pre-workout supplement, or actually just natural pre-workout. So you bid on plus natural plus pre-workout. And that means the search term has to have the word natural, has to have the word pre-workout in it,
Mm-hmm.
in any order with any other words. But from this keyword planner, they're giving us a range, but there's so many different words or search terms that we could match that we don't know what the volume is. Good, natural, good. So all this sort of stuff, right? Do you think these are more on the money than low caffeine?
These are good. Yes.
Yeah, these are good. Okay,
Low
so
caffeine may also be good, but these are
okay,
good.
so this makes sense. What they're saying is you'd create an ad group and you'd call it your natural pre-workout ad group.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have search terms plus natural plus pre-workout. Your ad would say whatever, healthy natural pre-workout, whatever. But you have to have natural and pre-workout in your ad headline because that's what they typed in.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where it's worth having a look at. Maybe search by average monthly search, sort by average monthly searches. Click on that.
I think it already is.
Is it? Okay, so all natural pre-workout. If you actually then go to Google now and type that in, wow, it's full, isn't it? Right, so you've got Amazon. Do you know any of these brands? Energy First, on ONNIT.
Let's see. Pre-Gym, Bucked Up, Primal Fuel, NutriBio. This one I've not heard of, and it looks. I mean, I'm assuming this is like a promotion top left. Is that one you like pay higher for?
No, sorry, those ones are Google Shopping ads.
Okay.
The ones on the left are paid.
We're only looking at these four.
No. You can have Google Shopping ads on the right as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Energy First I've not heard of. I've heard of On It. This is just Amazon. ORA I also have not heard of.
Amazon, that's interesting. Yeah, so make sure you have a look around Amazon and see what's going on there, because that's a channel as well. People are searching on Amazon. But so this is what I do, as I try and find good buying search terms which have decent volume, type it into Google, knowing that there's decent volume, that these guys who are advertising are therefore getting quite a few clicks per month. So therefore they've got quite a bit of ad spend for that search term. So therefore, you'd hope they're doing things with their ads and with their landing page to make sales to get their money back.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, this is where I'd create a little swipe file and I'd actually screenshot this and put it into, I put it in PowerPoint, it doesn't matter. Screenshot this. Then I'd click on each of the ads and say a little apology to them. Yeah. You can do all this later. Yeah. I've got a thread, I'll point you to it later, where I've done this and I've then put all my comments about about the ad and then B about the landing page. But if we just even look at the ads, the top one says all natural pre-workout as the headline on the left.
Mm-hmm.
That really attracts you. That attracts your eye, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So does the Amazon one, all natural pre-workout, because that's what I typed in.
That's exactly what you typed in.
Yeah. Whereas the other one, try Shroom Tech Sport Free, clinically proven pre-workout. It's like, do I have to read that? Seriously, I don't want to read. I want to scan and find the thing that I typed in. Because people scan on Google, they don't read. They don't want to read because you know that you're going to click on something and then scan again and then go back and then click on something else and you're going backwards and forwards. You're not going to read everything. So putting the search term in the ad headline helps to get a click-through rate. And we can see that the Amazon one has like loads of lines. It's got the rating thing as well. It's got like 2 lines below it. Whereas the top ad, if you see, it's got the rating and then it's got 1 line below it.
Right.
Yeah. So I look at stuff like that but the ad below it, the one with the poor headline, try Shroom Tech Sport Free, they've got an ad and they've got kettlebells and battle ropes. They've got like types. So they've got what are called goodness, I can't remember, call outs, I think they're called. Ad call outs. They've got, no, it's not a call out. I can't remember what they're called now, but their ad is slightly better than the one above it, minus the ratings.
Right.
So I kind of look at it and go, well, who's a good player in this market? I would kind of discount that second one. They know how to create an AdWords ad, but they're not matching the headline. And I would assume also that the guy at the top is paying the most per month. He might not be paying the highest cost per click, but he's getting the most clicks.
Mm-hmm.
So if you to click through to that page, so I normally right click and open it in a new tab. So was it all natural pre-workout? The ad said all natural pre-workout. You land on the page. Natural pre-workout energizer. Cool. The world's best all-natural sugar-free pre-workout energizer. That's a good headline, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it's a good headline because it's got all natural pre-workout in it.
Right.
Because that's what I was looking for. You'd be amazed at how often like what you land on doesn't match what you're looking for. So there you go. This is the page that's getting from our look. The ads move around throughout the day. We can't assume that they're always in top ad position.
Mm-hmm.
But there's, I don't know, what was it, 1,000 potentially searches a month for this. Let's say they're getting a 10% click-through rate. What was it Keyword Planner say?
1,000 to 10,000.
Oh, really? Okay. So let's say there was 10,000 because the numbers are easy, and they got 10% click-through rate. They're getting 1,000 clicks at $1.30 or $1. So it's like 1,000, potentially 1,000 a month that they're paying to get people to this page. So they've probably done a bit of work trying to get it to convert into sale, get the visitors to convert into sales.
They would need 29 of those 1,000 to convert to cover that, just to cover the $1,000.
Right.
So that's what, 2.9%?
Yeah. Okay. That's doable. Like for e-commerce, I think 5% would be pretty good. So there you go. So you you could just kind of not copy it, but copy the style. It's got to like what I see on that. If you scroll back up, I don't know what was above it. There's some weird stuff. Okay, do you need all that junk at the top? Maybe don't. I kind of would think that's a bit of a distraction because below the fold you've got that stuff. If you scroll down a little bit more, you had that gluten-free, non-GMO, blah blah blah, all that stuff. That might actually be quite helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the bit where it's got a headline, but I think, no, I say to people, look, just assume that the headline is 80% of it.
Right.
And
that's the first thing they see.
Yeah. And the purpose of the headline is to get people to read more on the page. It's to just get them to go, oh yes, I'm on the right page. Now let me go and read. So
right.
The world's best all-natural sugar-free pre-workout energizer. First off, I suppose they could get rid of the world's best because, like, I don't know if I trust it or not, but it's just making it a little bit big. All-natural looking for an all-natural pre-workout energizer, question mark. That's what I like to start with as a headline. Looking for that thing you were looking for, question mark. I want them to go, yeah, I am. Thank God I found you. Then underneath, it's got this great natural pre-workout energizer. Yeah, that's the thing. Our best-selling pre-workout energizer is blah, blah, blah. Excellent. That sounds like just what I want. There you go. It can be that simple.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And then they've got all the other stuff, money back guarantees, blah, blah, blah. And then I presume they've tested these things, but kind of make your version of this and probably get rid of a lot of the stuff up at the top. Maybe the free shipping helps. I'm sure the free shipping helps.
Oh yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
That's a whole other subject, but I really want to renovate my website.
Yeah, don't do the whole website. Just do a page potentially.
Well, I think the theme for Shopify affects the way the product page looks.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes.
That's what I meant. Not like I'm not going to go edit the homepage a lot, but I mean like just redoing the theme to change the
Yeah,
presentation, all
yeah.
that.
Okay, the order of doing this is not to bother touching your website. Is literally, if you're going to go the AdWords route, is to do what you're doing is just find all those search terms that indicate somebody's looking for your product.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even bother worrying that you haven't got the best page for it, or that you've even got a page for natural pre-workout supplements. Just send them to the best page you can, or your homepage, because
Mm-hmm.
at the start, all you're trying to do is load the ads and see if Google will even think that your website is compliant and approve your ads. That's the first step, is to get your ads approved.
Right.
Yeah. So the fact that you have got a website already, that's great. You know.
And I went through the website approval already with Google.
Right. Okay. And yes, if you can send people, if you have a page for all natural pre-workout, then send people to that page. And if you've got one for low caffeine pre-workout, send them to that. If you haven't, what I'm saying is, if you haven't, don't spend time creating pages, because if
Right.
you
I see.
if you load all these ads up and you find that you can't get any volume, or if you find that your ads are all disproved for
Right.
whatever reason, because you need to register something or other with Google to be blah blah blah, then you've done loads of work for nothing. You want to find that. You want to find out if you
Where
can
did
get your
they?
ads
Okay. I was looking at that rating. Did you notice that?
right. Yeah.
1,600 reviews, 5 reviews,
Yeah, that'll be for their whole website.
entire website. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Okay.
like have a look at the Amazon one. I'm sure that's gonna.
Yeah, rating for Amazon.com.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
little bit misleading, but yeah.
exactly. They're very good at attracting the eye. Those things. If you can get those, they're
Mhm.
great. It does take it's a bit of fiddling. I don't really have many clients who are using it. You can't get it in Ireland. They just don't have enough volume in the UK of like reviews. You need a certain number of reviews.
Gotcha.
But like obviously they're great at attracting the eye. But so are those. Look, you could create an ad. Look, there's so many unknowns that you just want to get an ad running.
I guess
Find
what I
out.
like about this too is you don't have to make creative. Like that's something else I'm struggling with is images and pictures. You don't have to
Yep.
worry about.
No, you don't. That's what I love about AdWords. Um, it's very, very simple. I'm like a bloke. When my wife tells me she doesn't like the such and such, I assume that that's what she meant. I can't comprehend if the sarcasm or the whatever. It's like, I'm looking for plumbers in Dublin. Oh, I know what you're looking for. I'm looking for plumber jobs in Dublin. Oh, I know what you're looking for. It's not the same as the guy looking for plumbers. In fact, you're probably a plumber. I'm that dumb. So for me, all natural pre-workout. Okay. The formula is put that to the left of the headline. Done. Now, what else are you going to put? Look at what everyone else is putting. Think about yours. Think maybe the no sugar, no low caffeine, something or other.
Mm-hmm.
Then put blurb underneath. Just put like bullet points of your benefits or features or whatever. Just get an ad up and running. Don't get too precious about it, because you're just going to try and find out, A, will your ad show? And B,
Mm-hmm.
how
Will people
often will
click
it
on it?
show? Yeah, how often will it show first? You're more concerned about that, because you don't have,
Okay.
you can bid in a low ad position. If you go right to the bottom of this page, the Google search results, are there any ads at the bottom? None at the bottom at the minute, but sometimes you can have an ad running at the bottom and you just count how often it shows. And then you get some data about, oh, there's a load of people looking for pre-workout. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Right. The ones on the right are Google Shopping ads. What you do is you
Mm-hmm.
set up using Shopify. Right. You set up a feed using
I
Shopify.
think I did all that.
Right. Google
I went
Merchant
through like the
Center.
setup
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. And then it's going to pull the description, the title, the description, the price from, and the image and the URL to send people to from your website. And it's kind of keywordless. They just work out from your description and title and maybe other stuff, I don't know,
Gotcha.
what to match you with. And then those show, and if they're relevant, they get clicks. If they're not, they probably don't. And you can then start fiddling with the feed to optimize it. And you don't necessarily have to change all your title and description on your actual Shopify site to do these tests. You can actually create a little Google sheet and upload, all natural pre-workout as your headline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all natural pre-workout supplement. Whereas when they click and go through to your page, the actual title for the product might be different, but you might have a headline or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm saying there is you can start fiddling and testing
Right.
without changing your Shopify feed, which comes from your actual Shopify listings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And these, they work really, really well. They can work really, really well. And the other thing about them is because it's keywordless and you can't bid on keywords, but you can actually then see the search terms that come through. You start getting new ideas. Oh my goodness, I didn't know people were searching for that, clicking on my listings. That gives you ideas for other campaigns.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. So what I will often do is find the top buying search terms with the highest volume, because I know that people are spending money on that. Look at the search results, click through to all the landing pages, create a little swipe file, knowing that all these advertisers are putting their hand in their pocket every week for visitors on that search term. So therefore, they've got to be converting.
Right.
Yeah, or have really deep pockets, and do it for all natural pre-workout and then low caffeine pre-workout, 2 or 3 of them. And what will be interesting is you will find people who are appearing for all of them, and you'll know that, there's a bit of a speciality for them, is this all natural stuff. And if the fact that they appear for all of them with a good ad, so if Energy First, actually this would be worth doing, type in, was it low caffeine pre-workout?
Mm-hmm.
Bodybuilding. Okay, so they're not showing. It doesn't mean they're not bidding on it. It could be other people bidding on best caffeine pre-workouts. That's a list. That's interesting, isn't it? Top one.
For bodybuilding.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's only 2 of those mention caffeine. 2 of those ads, if you look at them.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you look on the right, you see all these listings, but which would you pick if you were looking for a low caffeine pre-workout?
On the shopping ones?
Yeah,
None of them.
exactly.
Because none of them say that in the product description.
Yeah.
And
so,
also, I know all these products, and they're the opposite of low caffeine.
Right. There you go. So what I'm saying is there is a search term. It's a buying search term. There's decent volume. There are advertisers. They're all converting them, you'd assume, into sales.
None of them have that in the headline, except
Only
this one.
2. Yeah. Well, yeah.
And
None.
that's Amazon, and this is a list. Neither of
Yeah,
these
exactly. So
are from the actual
what you've
company.
got there is there's the gap. You can
Mm-hmm.
fill that gap, and then on the right hand side, you could, if you had one, and the actual container said
Mm-hmm.
low caffeine pre-workout, and if the headline, the blue bit, just said low caffeine pre-workout, and it's got ... and then price and thing, people are going to click on your one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's competition, but they're easy to beat, is what I'm saying.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then the page you send them to, so potentially you might pick low caffeine pre-workout. We're just right. No, what you do is you bid on all of them, or 10 of them. If you're doing it personally, you load up 10, bid on them, have a low budget, and then go, right, this one has the most potential. We're in a high ad position for the same bid price as the others. They're much more competitive and there's decent volume. Let's just focus on that. I want to look at the landing page and make a good landing page for it now. This is the page we've got. Let's add that shipping thing and blah, blah, blah. And then you might turn off all the other ones and just now put all your budget to the low caffeine pre-workout, increase your bids to start getting clicks,
Mm-hmm.
and spend a tenner a day or whatever it is, getting 10 clicks a day. Or, obviously if you bid higher, you get more volume coming through and each click costs more. So your spend goes up exponentially and you'll learn quicker, or you could spread it out longer for the same spend. Instead of spending it in one day, you could spend it over 4 days or 7 days or something.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Your poor brain. Have I overloaded you?
No, no, no. Wheels are turning.
Right. Good. Okay. Have you got any questions now? Anything that's just popped out now?
No, I think. I mean, ultimately, you just have to spend money and test, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to spend a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
you do have to pull the trigger at some point, which is just that's what I've never done.
Yeah. Honest to goodness, you load. It's a series of firsts. You load an ad and it's approved. You're like, yay! I've got an ad approved. Look at that. And then you type in the search term and your ad appears. It's like, Mum, come and have a look at this. That's my ad on Google. Look at that. And then you look
You're
at
like,
your
don't
stats.
click on it. It costs me money.
Yeah, exactly. And then you look at your stats and go, oh look, I got one impression. Oh, that was me. Then you look about a few hours later and you go, 3 impressions. Mum, did you type that in? No. My goodness, 2 other people typed that in. My ad showed. That's like amazing. It's like, my God, my ad showed. And then somebody clicks on it. It's like, oh, I had my first visitor. you know, and then over a period of time, it's like, oh my God, I got my first sale. And then you're addicted.
Yep.
Actually, you're addicted
Yeah.
once you got your first click. It's like, damn it, why didn't you buy?
Once you're running all your campaigns, they track all the analytics within the AdWords
Oh, yeah.
platform. Okay.
There's so much data in AdWords.
Okay.
It's kind of brilliant. And then you can go and look into Google Analytics as well. There's even more data in there. I won't even go into analytics. There's just too much for me. I get lost. I'll
Now,
keep
would you let's say I was doing this all natural
Yep.
and low caffeine.
Yep.
Would you do a different landing page even if it's the same product?
Ideally, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if it's a clone of the page. No, don't start like that. What I'm saying is don't go and create 2 pages first. Just send them to the best page you can for the minute.
Right.
And then when you find that you're getting a lot of, right, so you might load up 10 different things and you find that it is low caffeine and it is all natural pre-workout is the highest volume.
Mm-hmm.
Send it to a page and just change the headline to being low caffeine, all natural pre-workout thing. That's better than what you maybe had before.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then you look at other, like you're constantly looking for low hanging fruit. What one change can move the needle? And you might decide, well, at some point, I'm going to split this out and have 2 pages. One's low caffeine and one's pre-workout.
Mm-hmm.
And the headline might actually, for one of them, might be all natural, low caffeine pre-workout. And the other will be low caffeine, all natural pre-workout, whichever. You might end up like that. But then the box might look different. Sorry, not the box, the packaging might do. And your listing in Shopify might be different so that the Google shopping feed is different. Yeah.
Right.
So it shows up different here. So the way you win at like AdWords and possibly Facebook, I don't really know. I would assume the same with Facebook, is to get more granular than your competition, is to go under them. So when somebody has an ad and it's just like the best pre-workout ever, and then that ad appears for low caffeine, all natural, and all the others, the way to beat them is that you don't just bid on pre-workout, you bid on low caffeine pre-workout, you bid on all natural pre-workout, and all the other ones, and you have a specific ad for each. So therefore, you've created 10 ads and they only did 1.
Right.
You're instantly more granular than them. But there's other people who have done that. So what do? They're all sending everyone to their homepage or to the whatever, right? You send everyone to an optimized page for each of them. Then you start looking at your stats in AdWords and go, oh my goodness, like 80% of my volume is like on mobiles. Damn it. I've been looking at.
Then you optimize for mobile.
Yeah. And then you split your traffic and you go, right, I'm actually going to have a campaign. I'm going to clone that campaign I was using before. I'll clone it twice. Actually, I'll leave it running, but leave that one as is, and I'll pause it. And I've cloned it twice. One is now going to be just desktop and tablets, and the other is just mobile. And now run it. And the reason why you don't fiddle with the first one is in case you screw up and it doesn't work.
Right.
Don't
fix it if it's not broken.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And now you've got mobile one and then whatever. And you might even find that the ads work when you might split test the ads because you look at it on your mobile and go, oh, look, my lovely ad. I can't see the full headline. It doesn't let's use up less of the space. See all those words. The top one, best caffeine pre-workouts 2017 top 10 list. And then they've put bodybuilding.com up there. Google's put that up there. Maybe on a mobile, you'd only see 2017 top or something. It doesn't look great on your particular mobile. So then you go and create an ads that work best for mobile. Then you look at the landing page experience, which I've done with a client, and something was popping up over. Right, so we got rid of the pop-up, but I couldn't get rid of the pop-up on a mobile. I couldn't find the cross to get rid of it. So that wasn't helping. But when people are doing the testing, they're doing it on their PC typically. Also,
Right.
not just on a PC where it's wider, but they're probably doing it at home with like a fast internet connection instead of like 3G, which most people have. Yeah, so you might end up with like optimizing the whole website for mobile, which kind of I suppose you should. As in, what I mean is like everything loads fast.
Right.
But you might then just change the copy and stuff. And I don't know. So you might go off down that angle, and then you'll find something else that maybe people are buying at a certain time of the day more than another time of the day. They convert better, or a day of the week, or maybe you're getting more of your volume from one side of the US than the other, or maybe your budget's all used up on the East Coast. By the time it gets over to the West Coast, there's like no budget left. So maybe you split your campaigns and you have 50 campaigns, one per state. And then, because I've done this before, and then the ads say free delivery to Texas, free delivery to California. And I go, oh my goodness, I'm in Texas. That's great. It's just more granular. I've gone,
right.
You've got one campaign, I've got 50. I've gone one layer below you constantly.
And just constantly tweaking to stay ahead.
Yeah, but you don't do it unless the volumes justify it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it.
Yeah. I think you'll have fun with AdWords if you get into it.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right. Gosh, honestly, I just do this for fun. hopefully it's helped you as well.
No, it has.
We've got a recording. I would love to just drop this on the inside of the forum. I don't think it's up to you, but I don't think anybody's going to copy you. I can't imagine it. Like you were actually a pharmacist. You're making the products and stuff. Don't know.
Well, share all you want.
Yeah. I just want to just to drop it in and help people but I'll put it on the inside because we are looking at your business, and I think it's just a nice like value add for people on the inside.